Fucking asshole.
Mangler, give it some more fucking fire.
Another dance in the cold, eh? Stay frosty, or you'll wind up in a drink. This mirror track is full of surprises.
I can't wait for these beers.
And your trigger finger itchy.
Why, you don't like the ice level?
And then shoot the person asking questions.
No, I'm just...
Come on, Kyle. You finish this, you go take care of Daxter, and then you're almost done with the entire series.
Play Daxter.
I don't care if you don't want to play Daxter. You're gonna play Daxter and you're gonna fucking like it. Hello, Alan.
You're going to play Resident Evil 5 DLC and 6 with me, and you're gonna like it.
No, I'm not. I believe in freedom for Americans. Oh, Kyle, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that doesn't apply to you.
Funny, because I have more freedom than you, my country.
Well, you can suck on that freedom as you're playing Daxter. Now get to it.
Tell you what, I can go to my shop in my schools and not worried about an M16 coming out of somebody's pocket.
So can I, because if they pull it out, I'll pull out my own. See, unlike Mangler, I've ascended my level of consciousness to understand that mutually assured destruction is the only way to live.
I can't fire a weapon.
Fucker just jammed my weapon system.
Pussy.
It's real bad.
Which tracks you like in the game?
You know, you should have your vehicle inspected before each race.
Wait, are we talking music tracks or like actual tracks? Because Jak X's combat racing track, or Jak X combat racing's OSTs are really good.
Well, hang on. It's a racing game, so he might mean like actual racetracks.
Well, just saying, they have really good music too. One of the things about that game that really got me hooked was the music. It also had pretty
Alright, so Kyle decided to be a pacifist for this fucking race. Don't know why he's being a pussy, but whatever.
Weapons are jammed. What do you want me to do?
Unjam them. It was at that moment that Kyle realized that there was no way out of this.
There is a way out of this. There's a way out of it when I jam my nuts in your mouth to shut you.
Zim, the only thing you've done is reach the second dimension. I'll have you know I am a ninth dimensional being when holding back.
I kind of have to wonder at some point if any of the cast has died from all these races that they're in. Like, because I think, doesn't Yori 6 and, what's his name, Razor, just eventually stop showing up in cutscenes?
One lap finish.
Like, after they get hyped up in the first couple cups.
Well, they're still around in the cutscene as far as I remember.
I was gonna say, have we all just been doing death racing, but, like, canonically, they've just never managed to kill each other?
I think they mentioned the explosions are canon, but I guess it just doesn't kill them. It's kind of like a DOA situation, I think.
That is kind of funny.
By the way, Zim, did you see? Yeah, I did see, no you aren't Zim, but I am. Pimp Demon, but I am. I don't know if he's Bahamut. I don't know. His dialogue is weird. I'd have to ask Neo if he thinks any other Bahamut would fit that position.
You want some?
So for context, in the new Strangers of Paradise DLC, the dragon god Bahamut showed up. But apparently, he revealed that he was killed in a different dimension, and he was brought back here via his soul, wandering the abyss of nothingness.
Oh yes, another Bahamut. This time it's Bahamut Alpha Prime.
You joke, but there's Shin Bahamut, there's Bahamut X, I think. There's a lot of...
That's a fucking joke. I'm like, I only know about the Bahamuts. Are there any Bahamuts outside of 7?
Yeah, there are Bahamuts for every game.
No, I don't even know about the ones outside of 7, and there's already like 3 or 4 of them that I can think of off the top of my back.
Look at that time.
Good job, Kyle. Jak X, but are just glorified drivers. You know a racer's just a glorified driver, right?
Yeah. Really, like...
Blitz.
Kyle, what is your favorite weapon in this game?
Missiles. That or
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't you get it?
or the oil
Very
that's on
same
fire.
people that want us dead also
Oh,
killed
the,
your father.
yeah, that
So
thing.
the syndicate killed my old man. I'm not surprised. He was arrogant and cocky anyway.
These are very bad people. If you know anything...
What I know is that the ratings this season are through the roof, and it's only going to get better as the season comes to a close. So that's it. That's all you care about. It's all I've got. Now, if you don't mind, I have a swarm of cameras.
I really like the, I did initially like that weird secret drone, but I never managed to get the Dark Eco version of it. It's the one that goes behind you at like a vertical angle. I just goes a straight vertical path. Insta kills anything that comes into contact with it.
And I bet it's more action than those old monuments have seen for some time.
Oh wait, no.
Let's give him a
One of
shot.
my favorites was the Death Shield.
Whatever the fuck that is.
So, have you seen the shield in this game? Like the red shield?
Actually, no. I don't think I've seen the red shield. Kyle, have you used the red shield?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Where?
It's usually where I use to block the blue fucking orb that, like, appears way too frequently.
I thought that was fucking a blue shield.
So then the,
Move that pile of
Oh, sorry. I'll be back.
Alright, apparently Kyle's gonna be gone. Go ahead, continue.
I was gonna say so the Death Shield is what happens when the shield gets buffed by Dark Eco. So it's basically the same as like the normal shield, except it can defend, I think, against defensive is more or less the same
And
thing.
I'm assuming it can also kill anyone it touches. Call it a
It
hunch.
kills anything that it touches.
Yeah.
It is the best offensive and defensive option. I mean, everything becomes better with Dark Eco, especially the missiles.
I miss playing Lord of the Rings Conquest. The missiles, Kyle is not very fond of those. Lord of the Rings Conquest I've never played. Yeah, whenever they talk about dimensions, they in Certain Paradise usually talk about other Final Fantasy games. The only Bahamut that ever got betrayed and died is 15 Bahamut. Well, see, the thing is that Bahamut doesn't get betrayed in 15. He was actively trying to kill mankind, unless you want to argue the gods betrayed him. I'd have to ask Neo if there's any Bahamut that fits besides the one in 15. Because keep in mind, that wouldn't just be Final Fantasy 15. That'd be Final Fantasy 15's alternate timeline.
Isn't that the novel?
Yeah, that'd be the novel version that gets killed that way. So, I'd have to like ask Neo if there's any other Bahamut that comes to mind. By the way, Mangler, last Sunday night, I think you misunderstood that the Gallon had in the Holy Grail question. I think the chalice is supposed to be the reference, not the sign of chastity.
Just the chalice in general, not the taxidermic organ. Well,
No.
I would assume the chalice in general is intended to be it.
No.
Because the taxidermic organ is just kind of like there to give some like uniqueness, I would say.
Is that what we're gonna call that? Okay.
What else are you supposed to say when there's a fucking brain?
You know, I really don't understand why this game didn't get more of a following, similar to how like fucking Crash Racing did.
It's had a cult following.
Well, no, like you think it'd get a remaster at some point, cause
Remaster, yeah, definitely.
like
I
Sony
think
could use some more racing games.
I was gonna say Jak X. Like, I would argue Jak X would blow any Mario Kart out of the water pretty easily. I don't know why they didn't just like remaster it.
My hot take is Jak X and like the two Crash Racing games demolish like any Mario Kart.
I would
The
have
only
to
Mario
say that you're
Kart-
a little biased in at least one of those claims.
I don't know.
The only Mario Kart that comes even close is Mario Kart DS.
Why do you
Mario
guys actually specify the Mario Kart game? Aren't they basically the same game every time?
No, there's significant differences in like how they handle items, RNG, speed, and acceleration. Because some of the
difference in how some of them handle.
Listen. If they're not letting you drive in Mexico, does it even really matter?
Man, he really just sucks this round.
You're gonna have to restart that, aren't you, Kyle?
No,
Well, you didn't get a gold.
they need gold.
Wow. Uniqueness. Can two hollows from Bleach have kids together?
I actually think I saw something in my feed about Kubo answering that.
That is cursed.
Well, that depends.
Well, like,
Are we talking actual hollows, or are we gonna talk like Arankars?
well, so the thing is that I don't know if it was in relation to Ronkar's having it, or like, because there was a picture. I think the picture being used was like Green Jiao and like Neliel, and I'm like,
It's
I'm pretty
cursed.
sure Neliel and Green Jiao are Adhuchas. Like they're not even Gillians. They're Adhuchas.
What the fuck does that mean?
So
Okay, so
you want to explain it to him, Kyle?
just gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the members, aside from Iron Yarrow, are Adventurers, and it's the top. Is it the top 4 or the top 5? The Master Lorde.
The top 4.
Yeah,
So
it has to
Noe
be
Tora-
top 4 because Game Drow was 5.
Green Jiao was 6. So Noitora, Green Jiao, Zomari. Okay, so it's weird. Technically, it's top 4, and it's Xyalopero. Because he's basically revealed in one of the novels, one of his stories, to essentially be a fuck. I picked this up. Oh my god, that's so stupid. He's revealed to be a former Vasta Lorde who experimented on himself.
You mean the pink-haired guy?
Yeah, he was a Vasta Lorde who experimented on himself and split his body in half, which resulted in the birth of Ilvert Grant, his brother. So like Ilford Grant isn't like his biological brother. He's literally the other half of his existence.
Think of him to the V to his Urizen.
Yeah. Which I was really surprised to figure that out, but that's actually why he was demoted. He was kicked out of the Espada. He had to like work up his spiritual pressure, get a new Zompacto, or I guess get a existing.
Zim doesn't know Bleach shit. I did not know Bleach. I was not very. I was never really all that excited about Bleach. So everyone else around me was super pumped for Bleach. I think I was like the only one around like at my area where I was like, this is kind of lame. I'm just gonna ignore
Like
this and
the
move
Bleach
on.
is mid kind of guy.
If it is 15 Bahamut, it seems like he mellowed out and seems to respect humanity. I mean, 15 Bahamut wanted to kill everything in existence, so I think maybe after getting his ass beat, he's like, you know what, maybe they're not so bad after all.
Yes.
You're so weird. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I didn't really find the big three all that enticing. Like, Dragon Ball, I found interesting after I sat down and, like, watched it. But then, like, even after a while, I think I just kind of liked the silliness of the characters, and that was it. Because the story sure as hell wasn't exactly breaking records. And then, of course, I read the greatest shonen of all time, of course, you know, Fist of the North Star. You know, only really rivaled by JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Okay, yeah, so apparently they can. So let's get that Uryu and that one Quincy chick pairing going, or not Quincy chick, that one fucking Arankar pairing. I don't fucking know. Don't even bother asking me what their name is.
So the reason I was asking was, or wondering, like, what would give them the ability to have kids. I mean, I guess they could have a biological child. There's nothing that's really said that. So
I guess it'd be kind of. I guess it'd be kind of the same, like a human having a child with a Soul Reaper.
No, would use a Quincy.
Well, so no,
That's
they
that's.
shouldn't be able to
I'm,
have a-
I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna tell you why that is stupid for you to say that, but fine.
Uryu's not a
Yeah.
Quincy.
It couldn't be physically possible for Quincy.
Quincy's are humans.
He said Uryu's a hollow. Did I speak up wrong?
No.
Okay, so then where the fucking
Or, yes, that's wrong. That's wrong. Uryu's Quincy, my bad.
yeah? So then what the fuck did I say that was wrong then?
Didn't you say that Quincy could have like a child with a hollow?
The joke was that Uryu gets shipped with that one fucking hollow chick from the fucking tower fight he's at.
Keeps their head on straight.
Oh, Saruchi Sandwich.
Whatever what did I just tell you? I don't know the fucking name.
That's her name. Saruchi.
Yeah, even the abridged series made jokes about it.
Here comes lightning.
Well, in the abridged series, Pesce is actually her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, yes, I know, but like the joke is that their dialogue is that of like a fucking old couple, and then you get that little fucking like hit there.
Oh, so the funny thing is that Uryu's actually in the abridged version, he's a conspiracy theorist. Because they thought that would be the most interesting way to make his character, and he does believe. I think he makes it clear that he thinks like the Soul Society is a front propped up by the American government, along with all their technology and research.
Sounds about right.
I'll take that.
Why don't immortal villains just wait until the main character dies of old age?
Because they're not patient and they often want to do things within the world that requires them to act in the moment.
Usually they're impatient, yeah. Which doesn't make sense with being immortal. But the other thing too is that usually there's something else involved that causes them to act faster.
Ichigo started and got kid to a human. So that's different because Ichigo's spiritual powers are contained within like his soul and are brought out in his soul body. They're not physically on his body. So a hollow, when they're walking around in their spiritual bodies, they have in their bloodstream, their bodies, the spiritual pressure of a hollow. So the reason why they can't have kids with a Quincy is because their blood in its composition is poison to a Quincy. So if they were to procreate with a Quincy, that Quincy would be poisoned to death as soon as any part of their body entered the Quincy's. This is actually why. This is actually how Ichigo ends up getting Soul Reaper powers. When basically, like when they. This is how he gets Hollow powers. Is that Masaki Kurosaki finds Ishin wounded in the world of the living when he's under attack by the experimental Hollow White, and she starts firing arrows at it, and it comes in close range to attack her. She drops her bow, lets it bite her in the neck, blows its head off, and she obviously has to be rushed to like Kisuke, or well, I guess Kisuke arrives on scene obviously, to give her medical aid because she's basically dying, as one bite from the hollow was enough to basically poison her. And so Ishin had to basically create a container with Kisuke to insert all of his spiritual pressure in there, inside like her soul, to protect her from the hollow, to prevent it from consuming her because it acts like a virus. And as a result of that, when she had a child, the child basically took all of that hollow energy and that spiritual pressure energy out of like her soul into the womb, and that was Ichigo. Since he was the firstborn.
Do you think it should go to top or a bottom? He's a bottom. Totally a bottom. 100%. Did your laptop overheat? I don't know. I have to go send it to be repaired because the screen won't work, so...
Really banking a lot on Orihime, aren't we?
Bro, those fucking Sunday type girls are fucking crazy. They have some horror stories there.
She's not a Sunday type girl. What the fuck you want about?
Bruh, she looks like the kind of person who'll tell you...
I think you're conflating like being nice with being religious.
No, it's an archetype of a girl, basically like a super fucking reserved, fucking sweet, quiet girl, so to speak. It's the reason I say it's like a Sunday girl is because that's the kind of like.
But this is how I know you haven't seen like Bleach at all in a long time, because she's not quiet. She's just weird.
Yeah, well,
I had to watch all season 1 to stand idly by in that video.
She gets like more like normal. As
You fuckers made me watch that season for nothing.
She's not even socially like awkward by like this. I'd say like the third arc at that point.
Hang on.
She's
Okay, so black screen is a thing, but first time heard of it. Book when. So currently, right now, I'm on page 132 of the first draft. We're getting to the end. We're like 3 to 4 chapters out from the ending. Let me see here. Yeah, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 4 chapters away from the end of the first draft. Then I gotta go back and rewrite, or at least retool the first 4 fucking chapters. And then after that, I can send it to Kyle. Thankfully, New Hit's finishing up all of the chapter artwork and stuff. We should be done with that pretty soon.
Right where it hurts, yes.
Zeech goes bottom, does that mean Nero is bottom too? If Kitty is involved, then yeah. That one's non-negotiable. Because she, for sure, is a church girl.
Finally,
Also,
we're getting there.
I was actually gonna say I would find it a little bit weird that Hollows can have kids, because the nature of like, well, I guess it'd be possible since most of them are in humanoid form if after they reach like the Gileon state, or at least some of them once they advance past like their once they become Arankars essentially. I just find it a little weird because a Gileon is not one hollow. A Gileon is a collective mass of hollows that have formed together into a Menos Grande, and then after those Menos Grande have basically all become like have eaten so many hollows, they basically become like